a 9th age battle between Highborne elves in a frontline clash, Queen's Guards, a Star Dragon, a Sky Sloop, Spearmen in the back, Archers, Elein Reavers, an Eagle, and Swordmasters and a Bolt Rover. And they're trying to capture the flags of Sylvan elves with an army of Wildwood Riders, Treemen and Drydes. The Treemen is the general, Forest Guards, and Sylvan Sentinels and Pathfinders, plus Kestrel Knights, behind the impossible mountain here, which cannot be walked through. And of course there's a Reaver Chariot. It vanguarded along with the Elein Reavers, and the Pathfinders didn't find a place to scout, so they took up defense behind the wall. Do you have anything to add?
No, not really.
Which flags do you want to capture? The Sylvan elves only have 2 scoring units, the Forest Guards and the Drydes. The Sylvan elves are trying to capture the flags of the 3 bow elf units, Archers, Queen's Guards and Archers, who are the front line of the Highborne elf army, behind the vanguards. The Sylvan elves move forward full speed at their first turn. The Wildwood Riders hide slightly behind the forest and they get off Stone Skin, so they're a lot safer towards the shooting and arrows. The Drydes march, which was maybe a mistake. They could have shot at the chariot if they didn't march with their toxic spores. The Pathfinders shoot down 1 Reaver. The Treeman entangles roots around 2 Reavers here, dragging them into the forest forever. But here is the point of the first round. Both unit of 10 and 9 Sylvan Sentinels shoot at the dragon, doing 6 total wounds with poison. And the dragon?
Well, 1 lucky shield took away 1, but the rest of the 5 saves totally missed on a 3+. So just 1 and 2 on the dice. Terrible. Shouldn't be possible.
The Highborne elves try to charge with the dragon. He fails, but he has to remain in place and can't take a failed charge move, because after his attempt at pivoting he comes within 1 of his other units. That means the failed charge has to stop immediately. There's no 1-inch rule when he does a failed charge move. So at least he's not exposed in the open. He's remaining with his troops after the failed charge on the Wildwood Riders. The Reaver Chariot charged the Kestrel Knights. It took 1 wound against them, but they fled anyway, without taking any wounds before they took dangerous terrain test through the Reaver Cavalry. But they got away. Now, the Queen's Guards and all the other bowmen and the bolt rover, everything that could shoot, tried to take out the Treemen. The Queen's Guards took 5 wounds off the Treemen with flaming swords. The other guys flopped, so the Treeman still has 1 wound remaining. Now the 2 big monsters on the battlefield, the dragon and the Treeman, the 2 generals, have taken heavy wounds in the first round.
Well, amazingly, this Dragon Lord has got 7 altogether, 7 poison shots through, which he needed to save on. He needed to save on 3+, but managed to fail all 7. So, dragon not dead. Poison attacks, it's still working, I would say. And then we have, this is not so surprising, Chariot charged on the flank by these forest guards, I believe they are called. And they took it out the last 3 wounds with a lethal strike. And somehow this unit was charged in the flank. That was not surprising either, but they didn't overrun with enough movement outside the board, so they are still in very good play actually. Really, yeah, making it dangerous for the Highborne elves on the flank here. And also some Queen's Guard got shot down. And not only that, but of course the 3-man regenerated 2 wounds. And in addition, these Wild Riders have 7 in toughness now with stone skin. So, not looking too promising for the Highborne elves.
But the next turn belongs to the Highborne elves. Let's see.
Crossing fingers, crossing fingers.
The Highborne elves rearranged their army. The player will explain in a second. He shot down some dryads, and his spearman block charged the forest guards in the flank after their overrun and pursued them down.
Yeah, and try to rearrange to chaff out the dryads as well good as possible. As well, an immolation spell came up here to demotivate the dryads from charging the Great Eagle. A lot of setups here, and in addition I sacrificed the archers for an overrun out of the table for the Wild Riders. Because with Frenzy, if they break them or just kill them all, which can also happen, they will most likely will now go in front and then out of the table.
That is the... Any other comments?
I tried to save myself here with some tactical movements, but really it's nothing without the dragon. It should really be in play. So it's probably, what do you say, I don't think I will manage to save this battle.
It was an early loss. Statistical improbability.
Yes. This time it seems so that you have the dice on your side. And I commented that last time, that this is important.
Yeah, you're right, the dice are on my side of the table. The Wildwood Riders ran down the archers after killing all 10 on the charge. The Sky Sloop panicked from seeing this. The Wildwood Riders ran off the table. The Dryads chose not to charge, but they were stupid and reformed, so they couldn't shoot their toxic spores. There was a stone skin cast on the Wildwood Riders, and the Fountain of Youth made one of the sentinels reappear. They shot down a couple of wounds off the Sky Sloop as well. And now it's Highborne Elves, turn 3. They're trying to arrange as well as possible.
Well, not a lot of things happened in the High Elf turn here regarding movement phase. Again, the Great Eagle chaffed up the Dryads using the immolation as demotivation for Dryads to charge because of the area attack with flaming. Moved a little bit around with the units to have a possible, hopefully a flank charge. Magic totally failed. Nothing went through. But shooting did a lot. The Queen's Guard shot out the whole unit of sentinels. And then the BSB was alone. And a 10 unit of archers managed to take 3 wounds of the BSB. So the BSB is dead. So quite an okay round altogether.
And the Sky Sloop rallied.
Yes, also important.
On Sylvan Elf turn 5, there's a lot of shooting going on. These Wildwood Riders accept that they'll be charged in the rear. There was 1 wound shot off by the sentinels. 1 spearman fell from the treeman's entangling roots. The poison or toxic spores from the dryads shot down 3 archers. And these pathfinders shot down the eagle. Now, Highborne elves have a chance to take revenge finally.
Yes.
In their turn 5.
Okay, so the High Elves are back in the game a little bit, destroying the Wild Riders, basically just with magic. So perfect, Wild Riders gone, and that's basically what happened on damage side. On the movement part, again, cheffing up now with the Swordmasters to see what can happen then in the last turn of the Wood Elves. So, yeah, hopefully we have set up some good charges, we will see.
The Sylvan Elves on their last and 6th turn try to shoot down as much as possible. They do destroy a Swordmaster unit of 5, causing panic on 4 units around, but they all make their saves. Then the Sylvan Sentinels and the Pathfinders focus fire on the flagged archer unit, but there are 2 remaining. The Treeman terror charged the Spearman. They fled from him, and he was stuck there for the rest of the round. Now, can the Highborne Elves recoup some points with magic and damage in the last round and maybe get a minor victory?
Well, so the Spearmen didn't manage to rally. They actually fled out. And in this case I actually forgot the High Elf rule of martial discipline, to be honest. With 3 dices, cold-blooded, instead of using 2. But that's my fault. And the reason why I'm saying that is because somehow I lucked out trying to use magic and shooting as much as I could towards the Treeman. And I didn't manage to kill it. It was very close. Was a couple of, but down to 1 wound. Was many saves the other had to make. But the thing is that I got it down to 1 wound, getting half of the points of the general. And somehow, when we calculated the victory points afterwards, we could see now that actually it was a draw on victory points, even though I lost the general on the dragon. And I still have 2 of the flagged units left. A small unit of archers, a small unit of Queen's Guard, while the Wood Elf player have left just the Dryads, which are flagged. So I was up on the objectives, and therefore it was a 13-7 victory to the High Elves in the end. So yeah!
That's right. Congratulations to the High Elves for catching the objective.